Hello. So I'd do a video on potential employment. Just because if you, as you don't know, not been watching these videos. I've got Asperger's, and I'm guessing more than likely for that reason, I struggle to get into employment. I think it's more through anxiety, being uncertain, like because one of my biggest fears in life is being stuck in a job I hate. I can't think of a lot of things much worse than that. Where I've been in education, where I've been miserable in that the last, like, when it's college and university. So yeah, I thought I'd go through some of my work because if you didn't know, I did art at college. I think I would have originally said I'd set out to be a graphic designer because I think that is a skill that I'm good at. That's what comes naturally, and I probably should have done that, to be honest with you. And I might still consider doing that. And I ended up doing animation at university because I thought it's a bit different. Maybe I wanted to challenge myself, but I think probably didn't turn out to be the right choice in the end. So yeah, I thought I'd take you through some work that I've done like a couple of years ago, where I started doing film poster designs. Some are not really film posters, but it's like pop culture related. And throughout all the work I've done, I think this is the most successful I've been in it. I won't say when it comes to my level of success, I won't say it's a success of, oh, I can make a stable living out of it, I can profit out of it, because no, it's not. I mean success in, oh, it's getting a bit of attention, it's selling. And I'd say specifically this design sells well. Where I don't know, I think I've probably sold five, which is better than nothing, because before I was selling fuck all, really. But I'd say it's success for me, but I won't say it's something I make much money out. I basically make next to fuck all in it, really. I think the most money I've made is £8. So yeah, I think this is my most popular design for the Love Witch, because I think they've got a cult following with that film. Where it's one of these like niche art house films, which got a strong cult following, and this design has done relatively well. Where it's the most sold design I've done. And I think other than that, I might have sold The Tragedy of Macbeth design. I think it might be this one with the Denzel Washington film. I think this one got a sale. Well, yeah, I think I've not done any film poster designs for a while, but I don't know. I'm just thinking, is it realistic for me to make a sale? I don't know what am I fucking on about now. Is it realistic to kind of make some sort of business out of this? Get a business license potentially. I'm not an expert in business or anything, but yeah, I'm just wondering, like, is there something in this? Because the thing is, I'm good at this. This is something I'm natural at. But would it would it would I be able to make a stable living out of this? I don't know because I don't have the knowledge about business or anything. But yeah, I've done other artwork, but I'd say that's doesn't do well, to be honest. Another thing is making music, electronic music, because since getting a distributor, I make a little bit of money out of this. Again, next to nothing, but it's better than nothing. At least I get some sort of attention from it. Not a lot, but a little bit. But yeah, that's just one of the few things that I make where I might get a bit of money out of it, but nowhere near enough to make a stable living. Also, when it comes to the YouTube side of my music, because I've got a distributor, I can get ads on it. I don't know what it's called, but there's another name, but I managed to get ads so I get a little bit of money out of that. Whereas with my normal channel with Electronic Archives, it's not. I don't know, it's monetized, I think it's called, where I don't get ads on it, I can't make money out of it. But with this, I do get some money because it's. No, I think it's monetized due to having a distributor. So I might as well just release my music on this, which is automatically set up. And I've experimented with a few names, for my music because I don't know what name to release under, but at the minute I release under Fairy Infected, which I've settled with for now anyway. But I've released stuff under the Pepsis as well. Don't seem to be showing up. Yeah, nothing popular or anything, barely get any attention. Well, yeah, it don't seem to be showing up on some reason. Don't know if I've taken it down. Don't know if it's on Spotify, but yeah, I've got it on multiple platforms. Like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, and yeah. Yeah, I've released it under the Pepsis as well. Yeah, don't have like a cult following. If anybody knows how to get a cult following, give me tips, let me know in the comments. Because I certainly don't understand how to do that. Yeah, when it comes to employment, I've got a few ideas up my sleeve if there's ever a time where I'm forced into it or I just one day decide I've had enough of being a vulnerable adult, being categorised into the vulnerable adult box, and I want a job. I want to earn some money. And when it comes to work, it's a known fact. It's always who you know, not what you know. Because I think anyone who's successful or has got a job is because they're an insider. It's because the parents are in that job or just the parents know someone in that job, or they know someone in that job. When it comes to me, like my mum has not worked for 20 years. She's had her problems. She's given up on life. I think she possibly be autistic as well. And she's had like mental health issues. My dad, don't get on with my dad. Well, maybe a little bit since I've moved out, but my dad's the way he is. He'll never change. He's got an attitude problem. He'll never change. But maybe I get on better with him. But I don't quite fancy doing what he does, working in a warehouse. And he's admitted himself that that's not for me. Because there's nasty people in there. And if they pick on me and I start, he gets involved and it won't be good on him. But a few options is, because I'm in supported living, I've talked with a few support workers about being a support worker myself, maybe one day. Because it's a job where it doesn't really require any experience. It's one of those sort of jobs where you work when you feel like working. I think someone's mentioned. And I'm kind of an insider with the company that deals with that because I get support myself. It's not really something I'm going to be rushing into, but it's something's worth considering. Like maybe one day I'd do that. Like, but it's not really something I'm going to rush into. See where I'm at in a couple of years, and I'll think about it. Well, that's one option. Being a support worker. I think another option is like my dad's involved with the cricket club a little bit, so maybe there's some sort of work within the cricket club. So I went round a couple of weeks ago, like one weekend, and I felt like I was kind of welcomed back because I've not been in a while, and it was quite refreshing where people were at, not everyone, but a couple of people were actually happy to see me. So I thought it's a no-brainer to go down because that might be my calling for a social life where I'm actually an insider through my dad. So that's another option, getting involved with the cricket club in a way. I don't know what it'll be. Whereas his mate, I think he's the guy that runs things, organises events, organises matches and all that. So maybe there's something in there for me. But if there was a job going, I think my dad would have snapped it up by now. So that's another option. But yeah, when it comes to employment, if you've watched these videos, it's known that it's mainly just volunteering. It's all I've really ever done regarding employment. I'm thinking of quitting my current voluntary job, at the theatre. Well, I think there's not much other than what I'm doing now, other than dealing with social media or being a techie. But I don't know, I feel like I'm not gonna lie, I can't really be asked being a techie because I don't know, that seems quite hard. But I think that's originally why I thought of getting into the theatre, because if it were acting, I'll be a techie. But something I might consider still. But yeah, switching up a bit. I don't know, there might be some set design or something, painting sets or something, but I don't know. If I'm not getting paid for it, I can't see myself lasting there much longer. I don't know. Something I have to think about. It's about what am I losing out on? What's in it for me? Doing like these dreamy sort of jobs because I think that's kind of what I've been going for the last 10 years. I think, which is not going to happen. Well, you never know, but I don't know, when you hear people about running an online business, people can work wherever they want in the world. That kind of appeals to me, but I don't. I know next to nothing about running a business. It's something I could potentially learn, but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, especially when it comes to my graphic design sort of work. Being a graphic designer, I could potentially do that, but I don't know. Depends. Because if it's sometimes I feel like being a graphic designer is, I don't know, can be quite boring if it's designing stuff that you're not interested in. What else? But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe switching things up a bit, do something like outdoorsy, nature wise, dog walking, gardening. I think someone mentioned an allotment to do with bees, so maybe that could be something. I don't know. Eventually, I think I want paid work. That's the end goal. The end goal of all of this is paid work, mortgage, find love, normal. They're the three things in having a normal life in my eyes. As someone with Asperger's, it feels out of reach to a level, and that's just upsetting. No, like norm. I can't do normal things like finding a job, find love, get a mortgage, stuff like that. So it's quite upsetting, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. Like, what I've learned in life, I'm definitely not one to just do anything where the anxiety gets in the way, where I find it challenging to walk into any random job. But yeah, for like a couple of months ago, I thought of approaching an animation studio, but that's just one of the example that will get something made and I'll forget about it because I knew that would happen. Maybe that could go back on the cards. I don't know. I watched a video recently of someone who's a postman, and do you know what? If I end up getting a driving license one day, that could be an alright option where it seems relatively suited to me, where it's quite straightforward work. There might be something in being a postman where you don't have to drive, I don't know. That could be an option. If I was still at, if my dad had have me back, I'd probably be fairly willing to look for some sort of paid work. Like if I was still on lower universal credit, like I think I might actually be quite willing, but I know getting a job's not easy. I don't think it's easy for anyone, but it's certainly not easy for me. Where getting a job just does not come natural to me. It just fucking doesn't. A lot of people can say, "Oh, you're lazy, you're bone idle, and all that shit," but I don't know. the elephant in the room is probably Asperger's. I struggle with Asperger's. Also, I'm not officially diagnosed, but I may potentially be getting tested for ADHD soon as well, because I've been doctors recently about it. So I've been, like, I've sent off. I'm going to send off a form for that, so I could potentially be tested for that soon. So I don't know. So that kind of makes it worse in a way where I've got Asperger's and ADHD, like more fucked in the head, basically. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What is out there? Because I know there's a better life than this. I need a better life. I just need it. But the free things is house, like mortgage, job that's bearable, love life. They're the three basics that I want in life. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say in this video. Catch you in another video. Goodbye.